Don't forget to bring your colored pencils this week. Nobody brought it last time. Where now?
There we go.
We're back.
Yeah.
Hello, people who are watching live. Sorry you missed us. We wanted to surprise you by having an accidental internet connection error.
Yeah.
We're
back live. Anyway, so Carver, like, I just think these things are so cool. I think it's great for students to hear this because a lot of times I think students think, oh, I can't do anything. I'm just a student. I don't have time to do all this stuff. And you do like distance learning. You're homeschooled.
Yeah.
So like, and there's a lot of like, sometimes there's not great connotations with homeschooling, right? But that's not been your experience at all. And I think like that's really not been my experience with your family. Like homeschooling's been awesome for you guys because basically it unlocks all these possibilities for you to do all these incredible things. So like, what do you think, like when we've been talking about habits and we pulled you on stage and we're talking about habits and what really like is important with habits, why is this so important to you? Like that topic of like habits and priorities. How does this like resonate with you when it comes to like streaming?
I like it when people come in and say like, I've been waiting for you to live stream, or like if I'm 5 minutes late, I've got like 30 people that just ask me like, oh, you're 5 minutes late. I can't believe that. Like, I like it when they just come in happy and leave happy. Like, I like just making them happy. And yeah.
That's incredible, man. Really is incredible. Well, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that you do that. Like I really like watching your stream. Like I like seeing what you're doing. And I really like the fact that you do it consistently. And that can be really, really tough for people to get, that you are doing something consistently and that like it really is like important to you. And so like I guess the challenge that I would give to students, if you're watching right now, is like don't give up on something just because it's tough. Make it a priority. And especially the way this translates to your faith is like things are not going to be easy all the time. Your faith is going to be tough. And I think especially when it comes to this, Carver, I think why it's so cool is because you are doing this consistently, even when it's tough and you're pushing through this. And like we're told in this in scripture that we're supposed to run with perseverance the race that's marked out for us, which is our walk with Christ, our race of faith, which is obedience to Jesus, which is learning how to be the person that God has fully made us to be. So I think this is so translatable to our faith and like getting over those hurdles and those humps of like, okay, yeah, like I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because I've made a commitment to it, right? So I think that's really important. So, and I know Mark too. Like, talk about that in your walk. Like, what is that like for you? You've made a commitment to work in your job for 2 years, right? Even when it's tough. Mm-hmm. And you had wise people telling you like, roll up your sleeves, like get after it. So like, but I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Why is it so important when we make commitments like that to stick with it?
Well, for me, I'm like, I gave my word, and I don't want to be somebody who's seen as like, oh, they're just like a liar. Like, I gave my word. I told my boss, I'm like, yep, I'll work there for 2 years. Like, that's the commitment I'm making to you. And like, there's been moments, like, I'll be honest, there's been moments where I wanted to quit. Like, but I've like, that's just like an internal, like, I was just been exhausted, stressed, frustrated, because this is my first full-time job. So I'm like learning like what that actually is like, what that entails. And, so like that's a big thing for me. I want to be someone who's seen as like, they hold to their word. They're a hard work. I try to be a hard worker. I think I do an okay job at that. Maybe I don't, but like maybe that's just part of learning and figuring out how to work best. Because like I mean I got the ADHD, so I get distracted sometimes easily. But like overall, I think I do an okay job, and I know that I keep getting better as I keep going. And there's seriously just moments where you like life's tough. Like your faith will be tough. Your life will be tough. Something's gonna happen in your life where like you're gonna feel like it's too much for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just I'm pretty sure that's just how life is. Like there's moments where you feel like that, where it's just there's so much going on, you don't know what to look at, what to do, where to go. You just feel overwhelmed, but you just got to keep going. Like that's you have to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Carver, thanks, man. We really appreciate you joining the podcast. I know we lost live for there for a little bit, but that's okay. Like we really enjoyed it. Like I love hearing how things are progressing for you with streaming because it is such a neat thing. Like it's just a thing that we don't even think about. Like because we think that it happens to all these people we don't know, right? And it's like, oh, this big streamer and did this, like Dr. Disrespect and all this other stuff. And we see the biggest streamers on Twitch and everything. And we think like, oh, that'd never be me. But the truth is like, you've put in the work to make it you. So as your dad, I mean, your dad is doing the same thing too, but that is just so cool. I love it. So thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, and we'll probably have you back on when you're like, have 1 million followers and you're too important for us, and we'll have to pay for your time. You'll be like, I'm sorry, if you want me on the podcast, it'll cost you $5,000. Hopefully you won't forget about us. So, hey, fun fact, McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli.
Oh, I was going to say, are we going to have...
Yeah, Caleb's fun fact. By the way, Caleb couldn't join us tonight. He and his wonderful wife, Callie, are going to be moving into a new house, and they had to spend tonight getting ready for that. So we wish them the best. If you're thinking about them, shoot them a text and let them know you're praying for them. And if you can, give them a helping hand because they're going to need it because they're moving. So anyway. Well, cool. Well, cue that outro music, Jesse. Yeah. Make sure that you check us out on all social medias. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, and more. And as always, this has been The Lodge. Go out there and be awesome. This is Pastor Cody. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.